Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry I cut myself off. On the last video, I'm using this camera that films in HD and shit, and it's like the second time I've used it to make a video for YouTube and stuff, so I did not realize that it has 20-minute, it's telling me, you know, on the screen that I have so much time, but it really only records for 20 minutes each time, so it tricked me on the last video. So this is Hecate's Descent Part 3. Okay. So what I was basically saying was that Hekate has to go down into the underworld to basically regain all of the souls that have been separated from her. Alright, so a lot of people would wonder, and I wondered this myself too, is like, why does Hekate allow this being to exist still and just keep allowing him to exist? Why doesn't she do something about it? Okay, so here's how she explained that to me. Every time that she goes down to the underworld to deal with the souls there and shit, the being, Hecate's first son, flees from her. And just like it fled from her into that realm, it created a whole fucking realm where it could run away from her and not get reabsorbed. It does the same thing. When she goes into that realm, then it flees back into this one and possesses people and shit. I'm not going to get into that too much because this isn't about that being. This is about Hecate's Descent and why she's going there and all that. Okay, so let's see. What else did I not tell y'all yet? Okay, so we have the story once again of the descent of Inanna or Ishtar. Okay, that once again I told y'all this is the same thing. It's the same story. Even in the Bible, the story of Jesus and his crucifixion and all that, it's kind of the same story once again because he dies, he's dead for 3 days. During that 3 days is what takes place, what's called the harrowing of hell. And that means that basically everyone who died before, if you guys follow Christian religion or whatever, I'm just putting this out there, okay? Before Jesus came here and died as the one human sacrifice for everyone's sins or whatever, as they say in the religion, what about all the people who lived before then? What about all the other souls that have already gone to the underworld and shit, or Hades, or Sheol, as they call it in the Bible? They don't call it hell in the Bible, they call it Hades. So understand that it's the underworld they're talking about. Jesus descends to hell for that 3 days and saves the souls that are even there already. So it's the same thing. It's the same story. Now, they call Jesus even Jesus Christ because they understood that he was no longer just a human man, but that he was Christ. He was Christ consciousness embodied in a human vessel. So, you know, call it what you will, but it's someone possessed with the Holy Spirit, okay? It's a witch, y'all. Alright, so, and then once again too, it's not really about the witch descending to hell and saving these souls. It's about what Jesus was a vessel of, which was Hekate, the Holy Spirit. And that's what actually went into hell and saved all the souls that had been trapped there, okay? So understand how that all works. In the Christian story, it's the same thing. They tell this story in a lot of different religions, y'all. Okay, but anyways, I'm trying to go fast now since I know I only have 20 minutes this time. Just do your own research on that, y'all. But basically, the movements of the gods are different from how a human would perceive time. So when we think in the story, okay, it says 3 days. Even in the story of Ishtar, once again, it says for 3 days she was dead there. This translates really into actually 3 years for a human living in the physical world. Time passes differently there and all that. So 3 days in the underworld would actually translate to 3 years passing in this world. So understand that too. That's why Hecate's going to be gone for 3 years. To us, she's gone for 3 years. But to her, she's only down there for 3 days saving these souls. And then she comes right back. So just understand that. Okay. What else do I need to say? Y'all probably all felt this happening. Her descent. She began descending in January of 2015. There's 7 gates into that realm, y'all. Into the underworld realm, there is 7 gates that you have to cross to get there. And these gates aren't actually like a gate. That's just a symbolic way of describing they're actually energy vibrations. They're frequencies that you have to go through. Just as how we higher our frequencies and vibrations to become one with God or Hekate, you have to lower your vibrations and frequencies in order to get into the underworld realm. Okay, so that's what Hekate had to do, y'all, and it took her 7 months. There's 7 gates. It took her 7 waning moon cycles from full moon to dark moon to cross these 7 vibrational gateways, and those coincided with the dark moons from January all the way to July, and July was the last one. So she's already in the underworld, y'all. By the time I'm recording this video, she's already in the underworld, which means she's not in this realm anymore. Now, once again, every human being is a portal. Every witch that's conscious of this is a portal. We can put our consciousness at a higher vibration. We can put our consciousness at a lower vibration. We're a portal within ourselves, so we can still connect to Hekate when she's gone. I'm not saying that she's out of our lives. I'm saying she's gone out from the physical realm. Okay, so understand. That's all I'm saying. She's still connected to everyone. We're all still a part of her soul. We can still communicate with her and all of that, but she's just not exoterically in the same realm that our bodies are in anymore. Okay, so this is gonna take like 3 years before she comes back. Okay, so understand that, y'all. She's not here to watch our backs anymore. That's another thing I should tell you. She can still give you intuition. She can still communicate to you inwardly and all that, but as far as, you know, this motherly matron force being outside of us, the whole physical universe and shit, looking out for you and taking care of you exoterically, where sometimes when you're not aware of things, Hekate would have been there to like take care of it for you anyways and stuff like that. But during this 3 years when she's not there outside of you anymore, it really comes down to you, and that's why the Christians call this the Judgment Day or whatever, or the 7 years of tribulation, which they divide into 3.5 years each, or whatever, and all that. It's kind of the same thing. It's not really a judgment day. It's really, if anything, you're judging yourself, because you're deciding where your consciousness is. You know, no one else is responsible for that but you. So either you've made your consciousness one with God and Hekate, or whatever you want to call it, or you haven't. So, I mean, this is really the whole reason that religions exist and stuff. All of these religions exist because ultimately Hekate knew that she was going to leave to the underworld again. So she if y'all go back and watch, what is it? How Hekate Rules Fate. The video that I made back on YouTube, How Hekate Rules Fate. Go watch that and see how she, how basically she controls how the whole world begins to unfold by inspiring people to create certain things or whatever. I'm not going to break that down in this video again, but go watch that video to get that broken down for you. Again, if you have not already, or if you just didn't already know this, go watch that video. But she controls how everything manifests, y'all. So, she created religions. She created religions all over the world because she knew that ultimately she was going to leave within like 2,500 years again. So she knew she was going to leave, so she's like, I can't just leave all of these human souls with no ability to fend for themselves when I'm gone, because usually she's here taking care of us, like I said. But she knew that we would have to fend for ourselves when she's in the underworld, and she knew that 3 days to her would be 3 years to us. So she's like, okay. And she also too knew that this being that basically hates her, Hecate's first son or whatever, like I said in the Hecate's Descent Part 2 video, it flees to this realm when she goes to that realm. So she knew not only was she going to be leaving us to fend for ourselves for this 3 years, but she also knew too that this dark being was going to flee here and possess people and shit. So she really, really wanted us to be able to essentially just have God consciousness, Christ consciousness, and control our fate and what happens to us and stuff. So she created the religions to spread this teaching around the whole world, and now look, we have it around the whole world, y'all. Right before she left, I mean, when was the internet created? When was all of this stuff created where we could communicate at this level globally? Once again, every invention is, once again, it's Hekate inspiring people to create it. So she created this whole thing to take place to where this knowledge would be worldwide available, because she knew that she was leaving and she wanted us to be able to take care of ourselves. Okay, I think I'm about halfway through. How much time I have left on this? Okay, so basically, during this time period, it's like you're either a witch and a highly spiritual, God-conscious person that is able to control your own life anyways, how you want it to manifest, like every aspect of it. You either have that ability or you don't, okay? And so during this 3 years, what's going to happen is that it's like Hecate's not there to look out for you anymore. So you really literally have to create your own reality how you want it. So if you're a witch or whatever, you're already conscious of that power that you have to create your reality. So you probably already have been doing that, even if Hecate's looking out for you as well. You already probably have been creating your own reality and stuff. Now, these other people who were not witches, who did not have this ability, they're still not going to have it. I should say, they don't have it consciously. Everyone creates their own reality to some extent, but some people do it consciously, like witches and stuff, and other people just, they don't realize how much power they actually have and what they're doing. So these people who don't realize it and who are not conscious of it already, they're basically going to be left to deal with these spirits. Certain spirits are fleeing from the underworld to escape from Hekate, like I said, because they don't want to be recycled. So, some of these spirits are going to be possessing people. I mean, that's really the main way that they're going to escape from that realm. They're going to have to possess people in the physical realm. To even be in the physical realm again, they kind of have to possess someone to do that. So, it's basically how that works. A lot of people are going to become possessed during this time period. I don't want y'all to freak out, but at the same time, I don't want y'all to dismiss this. This is some serious shit, y'all. You really do need to have your protections up and all that, and focus on all that. I think I said everything I need to say about Hecate's Descent in here, other than a few more things. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't want to say anything wrong. Like I told you all in the last video, I don't want to misinform y'all, because there's still some stuff about all this that I don't understand completely yet. Hekate doesn't tell me all at once. It's more like she tells me and I listen and I obey her, whatever she says. And she slowly reveals to me over time more information about things. So yeah. So, okay, let me tell y'all about Hecate's dream time. I might make this a separate video, actually. I think I'm about to run out of time on this. I don't want to start getting into this topic and then get cut off again. Alright, I'm going to end this video here, y'all. Keep paying attention for Hecate's Descent Part 4. And, I'll tell y'all about, or actually I might even just title the next video, Hecate's dream time. So it can be a separate thing from her descent, because it is kind of different to understand all that. And I'll teach you guys how to still communicate with her when she's gone and all that. Okay. Blessed be y'all. Hell to the witches.